This is sponsored by Kenergy. Come on, I had to do it. Come on. The Fall Guy was directed by David Leitch and released in theaters this weekend, and I gotta tell you guys, this was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. We have Ryan Gosling, we have Emily Blunt. This is a story about a stuntman that's desperately trying to save the woman that he loves movie. She is directing it, Emily Blunt's character, and it is such a crazy but really good time. I was not disappointed with this movie. So David Leitch, the director, he made Bullet Train, which was one of my favorite films of 2022. He's also done Deadpool 2, which is awesome. I love that film. The Fall Guy is a really, really fun time, guys. I gotta tell you. There will be a little small spoiler section, so you can just go right there in the video if you've already seen the film and you just want to get to my spoilery thoughts, and so we can all join the conversation on that. But if you haven't seen the film, please don't ruin it for yourself, because there is a pretty great twist in this movie. There is a mystery aspect to the film that I wasn't really expecting. Basically, you have Aaron Taylor Johnson is in the film. He plays this actor in Emily Blunt's character's film, and he goes missing. So the producer decides that, hey, I'm going to get Ryan, a.k.a. Colt is the character's name. I'm going to get Colt to, go see what's up with this guy. Why is he missing? We need him to finish this movie. But really, there is some sinister undertones to what's actually going on. There are some actually serious things that's happening in this story that I was not expecting. So there is plenty of comedy, though. Obviously, we have Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, who have such a great chemistry in this movie. I want to see more of this duo. I love them at the Oscars. I love them pretty much any kind of publicity thing that they've been doing for this movie. It was great. Especially their duet on SNL was really awesome if you haven't seen that. So that duo really works in this movie. There's also, you have Winston Duke in this movie. If you don't know him, he is in Us. He's M'Baku in the Black Panther films. Really entertaining guy, and he's great in this movie, kind of playing the stunt coordinator and also a pretty close friend of our main character, Colt. And this movie is a love letter to not only, kind of film directors, filmmakers, but mainly stuntmen. Because there were, I believe, like 7 to 8 stuntmen, stunt performers on this movie. Ryan did do some of his own stunts. He did fall from like 12 stories of a building. I was amazed when I heard that, because yeah, you were just in a $1 billion grossing film with Barbie last year, but wow, you are laying it on the line. And speaking of Barbie, I had to do it. I had to dress like this at least one more time, because I felt the Kenergy in this. I felt the Kenergy Barbie energy between him and Emily Blunt in the film. So I love that. It's just a really, really wholesome film at times too, because you have Ryan that has this kind of backstory to him that we find out earlier in the movie. Something happened to him that kind of broke him. And it made him less confident in himself. It made him feel like he wasn't worthy enough of Emily Blunt's love. And then over a year later, they are reunited, and they have to make amends. And Ryan is up for the task. He wants this bad. At the same time, he's kind of struggling with himself. He's like, am I still worthy of that, of being this person for her? And I love that aspect of the film. I really do. It's a really entertaining, romantic action comedy. Now, this isn't going to be like a super, hyperactive action film. It's not going to be something like Boy Kills World or Monkey Man. It's not going to be something like that. It's going to be this romantic comedy with some mystery in it, but then you have some great fighting in there as well, especially towards the end. The third act of the film is, the most fun I've had with a movie this year. I'm not even kidding. So I loved that. They even incorporate the filmmaking. They incorporate the film that they're making. They use that in the final act, in this climactic battle against the threat we're facing, which I loved that. But yeah, overall, The Fall Guy, I could see this upon rewatch going up to a 9. For right now, I'm sticking at an 8. just because the mystery aspect of the film, it can kind of distract me from the overall point of it with, Ryan and Emily and the love letter to stuntmen. But it wasn't too overbearing. It wasn't too in your face with that element. There was still plenty of Ryan and Emily chemistry and plenty of stuntman stuff. Some references to past movies like Jason Bourne, stuff like that. I love that stuff. But yeah, really fun time. Go check it out. Go feel the Kenergy. Go support Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, especially David Leitch, so he can keep making great films like this, because I have not seen a bad film from him yet. And yeah, I'm excited for the future. So join me in the spoiler section. We'll talk a little bit about the twist in this movie. And yeah, I'll see you there. So entering the spoilers for this movie, the big twist that happens is that actually the producer, played by Hannah Waddingham, I think I want to say. Sorry if I got that wrong. But she is this producer that is, helping Emily with her movie, and she finds Ryan Gosling's character to be this guy that, like, oh, I can use you to, get this job done. And she brings him in on this movie, even though Emily Blunt's character, the director, didn't approve him. And that was suspicious right from the jump. And then she sets Ryan Gosling on this quest to retrieve Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, the actor, Tom Ryder. And it turns out that Tom Ryder is pretty much he's a dick. He's a dick. He's a big dick. And he accidentally kills someone at a party, and because they were trying to, he took it as an insult. They asked him if he does his own stunts, and he was like, "Of course I do my own stunts." And so he accidentally kills the guy, and to cover it up, he kind of frames Ryan Gosling's character for it. And even he thinks that Ryan Gosling's character is dead, because there's this action sequence where he's being chased on the boat, and he's at the same time he's talking to Emily Blunt and explaining, like, hey, they're gonna say some really shitty things about me, how I killed this guy and everything, but I did not do it. I'm innocent. It's this guy that's behind it. The producer lady is behind it as well. And he crashes into this big pyrotechnic explosion setup, and they think he's dead. Obviously, he's got the Kenergy. You can't kill Ryan Gosling. So he survives. And here's where I get into the final act of the movie that I love. He gets back on set, makes up with Emily Blunt's character. They share, a make-out session there. And the producer's knocking on the door. And then she's like, oh my god, I need to go see what the hell is happening. He's like, no, let's just kiss. Oh, I love Ryan Gosling's riz in this movie. He's just constantly trying to riz Emily Blunt up, and she's kind of dismissing him for some of it, but then she kind of falls for it a little bit. Like the Fall Guy. Ha! You see what I did there? But yeah, I love the ending here, where Ryan gets in the same vehicle with Aaron Taylor Johnson's character. He's like, I'm taking you on a ride. You're about to do your own stunts here, because he wants to get back at him a little bit, because he reveals that he caused an accident that pretty much almost ended his career, because at the beginning of the film, Ryan has an accident where his cable snaps as he's dangling over, it's like this huge level of build. I think this is the 12-story drop he was mentioning. So it's a huge drop, and apparently Aaron Taylor Johnson's character had a hand in making him fall. He broke his back. It really messed him up. And that's obviously what made him think, oh man, I'm not worth, Emily Blunt's character's love, and that's what split them apart. So Ryan sees it as like, you ruined my career, you took this, like, last year and a half from me that I could have been with this girl that I love. So he's getting back at him. At the same time, Emily Blunt's like, follow him with the camera, and they're following him, and Ryan is on the camera rig as they're driving the truck, and he jumps onto this helicopter that the producer lady and Aaron Taylor Johnson are trying to get away on. That was super badass. He does this one move where Aaron Taylor Johnson's character kicks him out of the helicopter, and he hangs onto the bar, and then he swings and flips to the other bar. That was fucking cool. I love that. But at the end of the day, Ryan does get the upper hand on these guys, and it's revealed that Aaron Taylor Johnson was like had a mic on him the whole time. So Ryan is like, "Did you in fact kill this guy? Did you really do that? And the producer lady is really involved in all of this, and you did all this shitty things and tried to frame me and kill me and all this." And then Aaron Taylor Johnson is like, "Yes, yes, I did, you dumbass." And and then he's like, "Oh, yeah, by the way, you're mic'd up." So they got all of that on they have that on tape, and they try stealing the tape, but Ryan is successful in getting the tape back, and him and Emily Blunt's character embrace. They get back together, and it's a happy ending. I really love that. That's the perfect ending for this. Even though Ryan is like, we don't always get the relationships or the endings that we see in the movies, but this one was pretty magical, I gotta be honest with you. Side note, by the way, there's a cameo at the end, because obviously Aaron Taylor Johnson's character is fired from the movie after all the shit he did. So they replace him with Jason Momoa. And that was a really surprising cameo. Loved seeing him in this. He just always brings that energy. Not the Kenergy, but he brings the energy, that Momoa energy. So I loved that. And overall, yeah, I had a fun time with The Fall Guy, guys. Seriously, go out and see it. It's hilarious. It's heartfelt. It's action-packed. It's entertaining. It's all those things. And I can't wait to hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm pretty sure it is going to at least end up in my top 10 or if not top 15 movies of the year. So I'll be talking about it then, because this was a great time, and I can't wait to watch it even more when it comes out on digital. So that's it for this review, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more movie reviews like this. We got one for If coming up, John Krasinski's new film. There's a lot of new films coming out in May, honestly. There is obviously Furiosa, there's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. A lot of crazy, crazy releases happening this month. So stay tuned for those reviews. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.